So my name is Michael Khoury. I'm an investigative journalist who's been working on the Ericsson Report. It showed Telia AB, but now it shows something different.
Yeah, this shows that the Swedish government use companies as shield in order to steal other foreign countries' money, tax money
Oh
and so on.
man.
And I also saw that in Azerbaijan, the second largest fee that they paid was first for the oil sector, and then it was to telecom. So they were taking all these fees and all this. So yeah, they took the money in several steps, right? You have all the licenses, then you have all the subscribers, and then you have the taxes for the infrastructure. So it was different layers. And Ericsson is exactly tied to Telia. So that's kind of the same company because
Right.
Telia is using their core technology.
This
Yeah.
is it's gonna take it's
I
gonna
saw
take
the other I saw the other day that you were posting something about Telia, and I said, yeah, finally, because this is like the state of Sweden, this is a Swedish, yeah.
yeah, I mean I didn't know about the Justice Department okay,
They have been busy, with Swedish companies, and also you have the three most corrupt companies in the world. Top three, you have both Telia and Ericsson, and that's in paid fees, paid bribery fees.
but isn't oh man. So this is all official.
Yeah, this is official. Yeah, and also the other sentence against Ericsson, that's also
Yeah.
official. So they have been busy, and also Trump called them out. So I think, and I think I showed you the Q post, the entrenched enemy that controls vast of all communications.
Yeah.
But they can't just spell it out, and say this is the family. But Trump said that there are people in the shadows that you never have heard about, and I think this is kind of that family.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, they're so if they're state owned,
Yeah,
then that means that they can't be prosecuted.
they were prosecuted.
Oh, you're right. They were. Oh, wow.
They were
Oh,
prosecuted. Yeah.
duh.
So that means we're a failed state, and that's a reason when you have all this national security risks, and you actually sentence them, uh, like they have done several times now in different shapes and forms, first Telia and then Ericsson. Yeah, I think you have probable cause to just take the country under siege, and yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, so it's like they were being taken down in the shadows, but nobody really knew.
Yeah, exactly. So, and they have all
That's
this,
good.
yeah, this is good.
Really good. I missed this one.
Yeah, I sent it
I
to
would
you.
imagine most people probably missed it.
Yeah, but this is huge, and also I did a video about this, with yeah, a lot of interviews and everything, and this was like, uh, yeah, it was
Did you
seven.
know about the case that with the why am I forgetting the name of it right now? The American soldiers?
Branson? No.
No. The 450 American
Yeah,
soldiers.
yeah, I know. Yeah, this class action lawsuit. Yeah,
Pretty
against.
crazy, huh?
Yeah, this is crazy, and I think this is just gonna grow. This gonna
Keep
grow.
going.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
this is I think we're almost there.
yeah, I think so. And so I've done like law of war manual. I have like 3 or 4 programs, and then I have Sweden under siege. It was so I think it's like 7 programs now. So I did one and I thought now I'm done, and then it just grows. I find more and more. So it's like now it's 7 programs. 7 parts, and that's
Yeah,
really.
it's uh, you guys are brave. You guys are really brave.
I don't think you have much choice.
Yeah,
I feel
once you know,
yeah,
you know.
now I know, and I have children, and I want to be
Yeah,
free, and also when you see this theater with the World Economic Forum, I mean they don't have any power at all. They don't have any leverage. It's like a think tank. They don't have any power, but they are doing a good job. When you listen to Klaus Schwab for like 1 minute, then you just want to throw away your cell phone. You don't want to have any technology at all, and that's good. So as we are getting there
yeah,
with
I
with
think
his
so.
help.
I mean, it's gonna take a lot more people getting involved, but this is a I'll take this start, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So this is really huge. I mean, and when you see this kraken, I
Yeah,
did, yeah, then you realize, okay, they are like in every sector. When they come into a country, they get to a central bank, and then they get WHO and the vaccination programs for the children, and then they drain all their like natural resources with Atlas Copco and so on. And you have all these NGOs like help constructing all the bridges and so on. And you have the ABB, their technology, so they can just blow it up. So will you look at all these dams and so on? I mean, it's ABB, they can just blow it up. I mean, and
you think
like
that's what
in
they did with the Nord Stream?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know exactly with Nord Stream. I think yeah, I think of course they were involved, but I think yeah, it could be more like deep state from the US and different. It was a deep state, right? So they're everywhere. But yeah, we had
Wow.
ships there, you know. So we were there uh, right before the explosion. But also, if
Oh,
you
you
look at
were.
China, yeah, we had we had ships there, Swedish ships. Yeah,
Oh, right. Mr. Snakemore had the patterns, and I showed that to Anne Vandersteel.
yeah,
She was very impressed.
yeah, yeah. And but also you have all these dams in like China, you know.
Right.
So the China has complained that there are a few Swedish people that interfere in their business. So they
Wow.
are not very happy with some Swedish. Imagine who they can be, but yeah, there are. So
I
we are like making the whole world upset. I mean, you have Erdogan now. He thinks that Sweden is an incubator for terrorists,
Oh, yeah. I forgot
and
about that.
he's not wrong. So yeah,
So everybody knew
yeah.
a little bit, right? But they were
Mm.
just slowly taking time. And now it's like, yeah, everybody knows.
Yeah,
That's
and also, I mean, I think we are so indoctrinated in this country. I mean, we really think, I mean, generally, we think that if we don't sell weapons, another, you know, entity will do that, so we can as well do it. But I mean, the people of Sweden, we never got any money from that. I mean, it's not for us. So yeah, I can't really imagine how I have been thinking, and yeah.
I feel like
So
I do remember when Erdogan said that.
yeah,
Now I remember it a lot better.
yeah. He's so angry with Sweden, and he thinks that we are insulting him, and we are, and also now with all this earthquakes and so on. Yeah,
Wow.
but of course there must be many dams
Something
and so
more.
on. Yeah, it must be dams and so on. But I think yeah,
Yeah, that's really sad. I mean, they don't it's sad, it's sad, it's sad, but they're better off without our help because you know how the money uh through aid, federal aid is just money laundering, right?
yeah,
It's just an excuse to move money and just give up their power to the IMF. So it's sad. It's sad. If there's that, that many people are dying right now in Turkey and Syria,
mm,
and the United States and the European Union are both nowhere to be found, but they're paying all this money to the Ukraine.
yeah. I mean, it's really awkward this with Ukraine because all all the weapons, everything is going there. So and we are kind of empty in every country now. So and I think this is the new system that we have to have peace. So we don't need that. We don't need all these weapons. So we can as well send them to Ukraine, and the Russian can destroy them. I think it's
Yeah, that's
for the
sad.
best. Yeah. No, I think it's
But
good for
well,
everybody.
it's yeah, it's good for everybody for Russia, but it's sad for Turkey and Syria.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I was talking about Ukraine, but yeah, Syria
Yeah,
is,
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
right.
that's
Sad, sad for the people there too, but yeah, for the proxy war,
yeah.
it's just crazy.
I think there's a lot going on in Ukraine, and we've heard this reports that the Russian military they tell them in advance that they have like 12 hours to evacuate. So I think they are doing what they can. But this is, I mean, this country was just so corrupted, and all the biolabs, and I mean, we don't even know what they were planning there and what they were building there, and all these secret programs and weapons and so on. So yeah, I think it's we will know eventually what they were doing there.
I think it's starting to come out now,
Yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah,
which is good. I mean, it's better that way than, you know, the lies. But
yeah.
what can they do now that the data is there? I mean, hopefully I can get this information to the right people soon.
Yeah, but so I haven't done a proper introduction, we just went right in, so I have to maybe cut some in this. But
Yeah,
you are very welcome to Cornelia Unfiltered. This is my show, and I just tell people what I found, what I find in my research. And so do you, Michael. You have done this incredible report about Ericsson.
thank
Can
you.
you tell
Thank you.
me, yeah, tell us how you found this. How did this all start?
So it started because I have seen the corruption throughout Lebanon,
Mm,
and I was always going back and forth between here and Lebanon. And when I saw my uncles and my aunts and everyone using different Nokia and Ericsson phones, and they would need to use one phone when they would go to one area and then another phone when they go to another area. So I thought that that was weird. And the more I looked into it, the more I saw, okay, this isn't normal. And once I'd looked and started looking into Durham and he started to unravel what happened with Sussman, then I just started, it's like everything you were seeing before starts to fall into place and the puzzle pieces start to make sense. So, obviously through the boards online and being on there, it was all like little pieces of the memory puzzle. And then once I saw what John Durham was really looking at, but everybody else was distracted from what was really happening, that's when I started to see, oh my gosh, this is way bigger than just one attorney or one lawyer.
Yeah.
And now you start to see how interconnected it all is. But I don't think I could have ever made it even somewhat close to this far if I wasn't connected to you guys, over there, which, now all that information is just flooding in. It's overwhelming. It really is.
Yeah.
It's hard to put it all together, but that's why we put the Ericsson report the way we did, was we wanted it to basically just be very basic. And then you can, line it up and go wherever you want to go from there. It's like the Kraken, the tentacles just never stop.
No.
So yeah, it was interesting putting it together, but now that it's there and it's out there, and it's still taking forever to explain to people, but it looks like ISIS is trending. I wonder why.
But yeah, but what did you know about Sweden before this?
I just knew they had blonde hair, blue eyes, and a lot of good looking people. That was the most that I knew about Sweden. I don't think most people don't know about the data packages and about the corruption. I think it's mostly people just miss that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, I mean, now I know. But it's crazy. I feel like you guys must be going through very tough times.
Yeah, it's like everything you thought you knew about Sweden, and I mean, we actually had this image that we were humanitarian superpower, just helping people, going everywhere and just helping them with democracy and this is ridiculous. This is
Yeah,
insane. Yeah.
it's what they always do though, and I think that's the sad part, but I think there's a lot of good, right? Because once you have the truth, you can't walk away from it. And I think it's good that even though the corruption is so bad in Sweden, I think it's for the best. If only we can wake up here, then that cuts off the snake's head. And if you can cut off its head, we still have to find a way to help you guys. But I think there's more to it than what we know right now. I always believe that, but
yeah, but you have this all congressional hearings. You have all this, politicians that tell the truth. We don't have any in Sweden. We don't have any person that speaks the truth. We don't have any
do they
politician.
disappear the way that they used to with the Clintons?
No, they don't even show up. They don't come that far. I mean, they are chosen from the beginning. So we don't have any politician that speaks the truth. We don't have anyone. So they are just, this hoax with everything. They're just keep
So
pushing.
you don't even get the public show trials that we're getting right now.
No, we don't get anything. And the Swedish newspaper, they don't even write about the Twitter files and so on. Nothing.
Oh,
So
no.
they don't mention it. So, I mean, we are so important. I mean, our, as citizen journalists, because, the mainstream media are not covering any of this. So that's the way it is. Yeah.
That's sad, but at the same time, it's good because how much longer can they say we're not going to cover this? And now we got to wait for Elon Musk to buy a news channel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have to wait for that. But I think, yeah, we are growing every day. But you said something that really shook me. You talked about this shadow banning,
Yeah.
and we knew about that, right? Facebook and so on, we are shadow banned. Okay, so what we do to pass that is we tag each other to get the
Oh,
message out, right? So we are like 100 persons and we tag each other all the time. Yeah, that's one way. But then
that's
when you
changed.
said about, my phone, if I want to call 911, my phone can be, and that was, of course it can, it was so obvious. But when you said it, it was like, I haven't thought about it before. So it was like mind blown, but yeah, he's right,
It's scary, right? And the
Yeah,
thing is, nobody cares. Isn't that sad?
I care.
No, I know you care, but nobody cares here. And
Mm,
so we've been working on little videos and clips to try to make people feel the fear. But
mm.
I don't mean to say fear like that's what we're trying to do, but
Wake up to reality, maybe.
yeah. I mean, I was on a spaces with two people, couple over the last 3 to 4 days, and they're sitting there telling me they went to call 911 and nobody picked up
Oh,
when they had to drive to the police station. It's like
okay. Right.
I hope it doesn't have to get to that, because I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, now we have full coverage in Sweden with the Starlink.
Oh, you
And I
do?
think, yeah, we do. We have really good full coverage here. So I think it's
You have
kind,
Starlink?
no, I don't have it yet because it's kind of expensive. But I think, I mean, when they block everything, that could be like,
Oh
uh,
yeah, that's the workaround for sure.
yeah, that's a workaround. So I think maybe
But
it's worth it.
I know a lot of people don't,
But I heard it's super fast.
yeah, yeah.
So it really works. Also in
Elon Musk's doing some great things. I just, you know,
if it's him, I don't know. It's kind of interesting, that he can use this Tesla because there is a company, Ericsson Tesla.
what? Oh yeah,
Okay.
Ericsson Nikola Tesla. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
weird, huh?
that's weird.
I,
So, okay, he can use that. Hmm, okay. And then we have Jeff Bezos. He can use Amazon, and that is actually owned by Wallenberg as well.
what?
Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. That was
Huh,
a car, Volvo Amazon.
I didn't know that.
No, so but he can just use that, Amazon.com. That's also weird.
I didn't know that. So is it really Amazon's funded by Volkswagen? Or that's
It's
just
a
a car?
Volvo. Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
Volvo.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, but the brand is the patent is owned by Wallenberg. So okay, so Tesla can be used by Elon Musk, and Amazon can just be used by Jeff Bezos.
That's
But
weird.
yeah, but they don't have the copyright. Wallenberg does. So,
Oh, they
and
don't.
also,
Wow.
yeah, and also, in order just to be on the internet, and also we have I wrote a little text. I tagged you in that post on Facebook. I don't know if you read it, but it's
Which
kind
one was
of
it? Oh, on Facebook. Yeah, I don't go on Facebook too much, but I have to
yeah,
start going back on it, huh?
yeah. No, I just wrote a couple of sentences here about Wallenberg.
Right.
Yeah, can I read it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to see if I can get in, but keep going.
Yeah. So Sweden is a small country, but very sharp. Wallenberg is the core of the deep state, the shadow government, the non-elected people who rule in the background, or whatever you want to call it. whose motto is "Esse non vedere," act without being seen. They control the telecom infrastructure, telephone, broadband, 5G, through Ericsson and the power supply through ABB in 184 countries. They control Nasdaq and the technology for 150 stock exchanges. They control SEB for banking, AstraZeneca for vaccines, Atlas Copco, which deals with mines and natural resources. Saab makes weapons and fighter planes. Red Bee with over 500 TV stations, including BBC. And then we have all these tech giants that have their server halls in Sweden. So we have Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Twitter, Microsoft. They all have servers in Sweden and they pay license fees to Wallenberg.
Wow.
So yeah, it's the swamp.
I'm just looking at it now. Wow, I did not know.
Yeah. So when Trump said drain the swamp, he really meant it. The swamp or kraken that sucked all the nutrition, all the liquid, all the wealth from the rest of the people of the earth.
Man, I didn't know how you guys get a lot of people on Facebook.
Yeah, we try, but I think the limit of 5,000 is they will remove that eventually, I think.
Wow, I didn't know you guys were this strong.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah,
good.
we're helping.
It's good. I mean, yeah, it makes me smile because
yeah, but
it's
the
not
challenge,
fun to be alone, you know?
No, we're not alone. We are everywhere. But I mean, it is so, we try to get, your attention for so long in the US. We were like spamming your threads, but
Really?
and then when you put out this report, I was like, okay, finally they hear us. So it's so great to have you here.
Ah, that's
Because
so good to hear.
yeah, we have tried to reach out to X22 and different, but they don't answer. So, but you did, and we are so happy that we have, we are in communication with you, and I think we can crack this.
Win the war finally,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So,
I mean, it makes me smile because I know that you guys are fighting way harder, if not, the hardest. And it's like, you don't want those people in your backyard,
I mean, we have seen that, the Swedish government is so intertwined with all these companies. So, and that's we have realized that we don't have a government. I mean, we don't have any any person that represent the people. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
if you have Telia that I showed you earlier, that are stealing tax money from like 7 countries, Azerbaijan and Belarus and different countries, even I think Turkey. And then they got sentenced by the American Justice Department. And
wow.
at that time, the Swedish government owns 40% of Telia. So that's, I mean, what comes first here? The hen and the egg, because you have the government and you have all this they co-own all these companies, and they go out in the world and just drain their tax dollar.
Everybody.
Yeah. So that's and also we have SIDA. SIDA, they give money to charity or to help the world, but actually now you have many banks now, they don't allow all these NGOs to have bank accounts if they receive SIDA money.
Right.
because they get flagged immediately.
Oh, really? For
Yeah,
having connection to Ericsson.
money laundering, exactly. So what you have is that you have all this.
Oh,
Okay, so you go in there, Sida goes, they give maybe 400 million krona, and that is actually for facilitating for the Swedish companies to just go into the area. So that is for bribes and everything in order for the Swedish companies, and some of them are co-owned with the Swedish government. So
that's amazing. And then now you have this terrorism
yeah,
charges.
yeah,
Nobody's going to want to be tied to them.
no, okay,
So we
and
have them.
also
We have them where we want them, right?
yeah,
But
so
we gotta find a couple more avenues, I think.
yeah, and then we have in Sudan, we have this company. What are they called? Um, um,
Turks in Sudan, I don't know the name.
Lundin,
What is it?
Lundin Oil, Lundin
Linden
Oil,
Oil.
and Lundin Mining. Okay, so
Really?
yeah, so they are facing charges for crimes against humanity,
Oh my
and
gosh.
they have what they have, like in Sudan, they put 200,000 persons in. They had to escape their country, and
Oh
many
my
of them
gosh.
came here.
To Sweden.
Okay, yeah, they came to Sweden. So my fear is that when they realize why they are here, when they realize what we did in their country, and then why they are here, I don't want them to turn against the Swedish people because we didn't know, right? And then you
Wow.
have
So
all
they're like
this,
they're holding you hostage.
yeah, and then you have all these parties and politicians and so on, and they are escalating this. So, I mean, they want like a civil war. So what I try to do is just to try to calm the people and say, okay, what have we done in their countries? I mean, we left the country in ruins,
Yeah.
totally.
Well, the
Uh,
US did too, though.
yeah, but yeah,
I
this
mean,
is yeah.
yeah, it's bad.
So that yeah, so we have all this, and also in this great awakening, we have many in this that still blame the refugees and so on, but they didn't
Yeah.
choose to come here. I mean, they came here because we destroyed their country, and that's a fact.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the same thing with us with the southern border. Everybody likes to say, "Oh, it's, get the illegals out of here." It's like they're at the very bottom. They
Mm,
don't you just once you take care of the top of the hydra, right?
mm,
Everything at the bottom takes care of itself.
mm.
But you have to take out the top or the head of the snake. Otherwise, it's just going to continue to bite you. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
but I also think that this agenda, to with the global world and globalization, that is about like destroying culture and yeah. So one way of destroying the people from within, right? That is to just do this, because those refugees that come here, they are rootless. Often they don't speak their own language. I mean, the children don't. I don't know how you feel, but let's say you come to Lebanon. How well do you speak your language? And
Right.
yeah, but also in Sweden, maybe they don't speak good Swedish, but they can't speak their own language, so they have like no identity, right? So
Yeah.
it's kind of that is
Culture's
also,
not there.
yeah, they are
It's sad.
destroying. Yeah, it's really sad, and it's the same with this adoption. I'm actually adopted, And
Oh,
you
wow.
know, yeah, so we have Sweden, I mean, we stole children in Chile, you know. So the
Wow.
military went in and they stole the children. So our minister now, he was the head of the yeah, that company that took care of all the adoptions. And during that time, they realized that they stole all these children in Chile.
Wow.
Yeah, so that has been covered, you know, covered by the mainstream media. So we call him the child. How do you say that? Yeah, the child trader. We call our prime minister
Wow.
the child trader. He trades with
Wow.
children,
How
and
long has he
so
been in power?
yeah, a couple of months only.
Oh, that's it.
He's really short. So and he's been to Bilderberg several times. Yeah,
Oh,
but I
man.
think also that those in power now, I don't think we have a government. I think we are under siege from the U.S. military. I think so. Um,
In a good way?
I think I think if you have this a country this corrupted, you need
Yeah.
help from the outside, and you are
Right.
a failed state, and then you have to be, you know, you have to have a daddy that takes care of you for a while until, because we don't have any legal system. We don't have a
Yeah.
constitution. You know, we only, other countries have a little bit of the deep state. We only have the deep state. That's the only thing that we have.
You
They
you
they
are
have
the deep.
built
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, we are. So the Swedish government and all the legal system that is built by and for the deep state.
Wow.
So
I think ugh, that's what worries me is how do you guys get out of the situation if
well,
if we don't do what we need to do? But I
well,
think I think good people will do what they need to
yeah,
do.
I believe in the plan. I believe in, you know, that there's a plan and this constellation against the deep state, and I think they are winning. So I feel,
Yeah.
and that's why I had to, you know, leave. I was working as a financial advisor, and I helped listed companies to get new shareholders, and I
For the
was working
NASDAQ?
for Nasdaq. Yeah, so
Wow.
so I can't really go back there now because I
Wow.
put myself on the line. But I would never have done it if I didn't feel that I was, you know, working with Trump and Putin and all, yeah, this constellation that work against the deep state. So I'm on the winning team. So and just have to do this. We
Yeah,
have to
yeah, no,
help. Yeah,
I feel that for sure. I
yeah.
think I think it's coming. I think it's going to be a really wild next year to a year and a half, but I think it's going to be full of surprises and, you know, also good information. I don't know how much worse Ericsson can get, you know, and Telia too. It looks like now. And then you have
Yeah.
the connection to New Star.
Mhm.
You almost have to wonder, like, is anybody listening? That's how you probably felt, right?
Yeah. But I think my audience is not that well. So maybe if you just go from the beginning and tell my audience about the Duran times two,
Yeah,
right? There are two of them,
yeah, yeah,
father and son.
yeah. People don't
Yeah,
realize that.
yeah. And then you have Sussman and everything. If you just do it brief, so and you start, because this is really important that we understand. Uh, I mean, your research, and that has helped me a lot. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's awesome. I that's the best. That's the best. That's great. I like to hear that.
great.
Because you know that we can help each other, and then we're breaking down their control.
Mm.
And I mean, it's like we know it now, and we even have the proof to
Mm.
show it.
Yeah,
Now, so it's just like, can we just wake up the rest of the people?
Yeah.
Because that's the real battle. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
But
It's an
we're almost
information
there.
war. I mean, they don't want us to know this because the whole system is built on trust. And
Yep.
what we have now is we have this saturation problem. So the problem that concerns all of us is the financial system. And if you have all this debt, you know, we are so much in debt. Um,
100%.
yeah, and that's building, you know, on one end. So during this pandemic or pandemic, whatever we want to call it, we had many people were inside, so they didn't take so much loans. But in order to get liquidity out, you have to take more and more loans, right? Because that's what we pay for, you know, food and everything. So we need
Right.
that. Yeah, we need to take more loans. But when people are inside, they don't invest in their companies, they don't travel, they don't consume, they are inside, right? But the interest have grown expansion,
And now they're
you know.
screwed.
Yeah, that's yeah. So, and what we are having now is like China, they are, you know, um, lowering the interest rate, but the Western countries are, you know,
Raising it.
hiring, raising it exactly. So what we have, if we had a problem, saturation problem before, and then you just raise it with 1%, then what you are doing is you are, I mean, the clash or the financial collapse
Right.
will come sooner. So what we are seeing is that. So it's and that is I just hope because in Lebanon you told us that, I mean, people that don't can act, they can't access their funds, right?
No. Yeah.
So
So that
imagine, I mean, how can you even, because we don't have a culture in Sweden of helping each other. We don't help each other. I mean, we are, you
oh
know.
yeah.
So how do
Yeah.
they manage? I mean, what happened
They
there?
help each
So
other. They help each other a lot over there.
yeah, but how? I mean, how can they even, because this system, this ecosystem is, you can't just live outside this ecosystem, you know. So how do they manage without money? Do you
I don't
know?
know.
No.
I think I think they're connected more. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah.
And they help each other more.
Mm.
It's not as uh in the United States and in Sweden, right? It's very reliant on import export.
Mm.
Over there, you know, whenever we have somebody go, they have to bring all the very new technologies and they don't have big stores over there. So but it's a good thing because it means they rely on each other's commerce among each other
Mm.
rather than export from United States or export from China. They
Mm.
don't, there's not a lot of money to be made there because it's very mountainous. So they got lucky in a
Mm.
lot of ways. It doesn't sound like it because you're saying, so you have to always play on people's emotions, like, you know, they don't have any money there, they don't have any money. But that's the beauty of this system, is when the system is based on fraud, then what good is that money? It's fake. It's just
Yeah.
to start wars and more problems.
Yeah, it's fake, but also it's the means to just survive in this system. And I mean, this will have to change. I don't
Right.
know if you listen to Kim Clement, the prophet. I think he died in 2016 or something. But he was like prophesying about death to death. And he said, like, you know, we have these trillions and trillions of dollars in debt, and but he said that, you know, this will happen. So, and
Yeah.
actually, the only way for this problem is actually to
Leave.
death forgiveness. You know,
Yeah.
like in the Bible, like the year of Jubilee.
Yeah, yeah. And that's coming, I think, for
Yeah.
it's freedom through death, but it's beautiful, I think. But it's better than to continue being enslaved by a small group of disgusting people. They don't care for us, they don't care for what we're going through, and they're never going to. So you have to punch them in the face and say, we're not going to take this anymore, and we don't care what you're going to try to threaten us with. If you shut down our economy, you shut down your money.
Yeah, but we
And
have
you're
to be many, I mean, in order to accomplish that, we have to be many, because we have to do it
yeah.
like now with the electricity bills. Some people really can't afford it. It's like, seven
So what
times.
happens if everybody stops paying?
Yeah, exactly. So, but we have this, you know, until the mid 1800s, we still had this. We call it gäldstuga. So let's say you couldn't pay, you couldn't pay your debt. Then we had this small cottage in the middle of nowhere. So you were locked in, and then your relatives could give the money and release you in like a bill. Now, how do you say? Yeah. So
Oh, you said the loans?
yeah, exactly. So if they couldn't pay, they had to go to this small cottage. So they
Oh,
were locked in, and this was like 1850s. So yeah, so and the relatives could pay money in order, for them to release their relatives. But I mean, we are the only in the US you can just leave the keys and then go free. In Sweden you can never go free. You can
wow.
never no. So it doesn't work like that. If you don't pay the bill, then we have this kronofogden, and then you just lose everything you have. So it won't work here. So you can actually pay everything and then have 1 million in loans.
Oh,
Yeah, of something that you don't own. But in the US, you can put the keys in and leave. That wouldn't work here.
wow. So you have to
So
have the money first.
yeah, you will never be free. So, but please, I want to dive into your report a little bit, because this is
Yeah.
so important, with Durham and Sussman and everything that you have found. Because I did one program about your report
Mhm.
because I thought it was so good, um, in Swedish. But please just because I can also imagine that you have found more now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, now we have the public declassification of Five Eyes,
Mm.
and to me that's exciting, but to most people, again, it'll take a little more time, but I think they're going to see once they see if they'll take the time to read, but unfortunately they don't do that very much.
No,
um
that's why we have to tell them what's in the report, and then maybe we can, you know,
Break it
get
down
people,
more.
yeah, break it down and also interpret it, and also get people interested, because it's kind of hard to read
Dense.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
very
please
very
tell us.
dense. Yeah, okay, so you want to go from the beginning?
Yeah,
All
just
right.
brief. Yeah.
Okay, just a second. Let me blow it up. So the beginning of the report starts with the portability of the numbers, and I'll try to keep it as light as I can. But when you're reaching to dial out to 911, you have the connection that needs to be made direct connect to whether it's emergency, fire, police, state police, all of those important things. And so you have that process that Ericsson eventually buys Telcordia, which is the same cables that interconnect all of the wires, in the submarine cables. Are you familiar with that at
Yeah.
all? Yeah, so those cables are made by Telcordia, and Ericsson, ends up buying Telcordia in 2012, mid 2012. But that's a little bit later in the report. But when did you hear about the corruption case with Ericsson? Do you remember when you saw that news, be
Yeah,
released?
2020. Yeah.
2020. Okay.
Yeah,
So
because
you knew
what?
about it way back then.
Yeah, because I knew. I mean, the Swedish people know about Ericsson and Wallenberg and so on because they are, bragging every day in the newspapers. It's just the last 2 years. Now there are, negative articles, and that has never happened before. So for the past 2 years, we have all these headlines with negative publicity about Wallenberg, and that wouldn't happen before.
But so you've known, and you guys are trying to just make it known and connect with people.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have sent all these emails. We have tried in threads and on Twitter, just tag people, but no one picked it up until you came, actually. So that's great.
That's wild. Well, so in the report, we mainly the biggest way I found the report, or found the last few pieces of the report, was through the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. Have you seen that one, the Ericsson list?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was big, I think, seeing that one, but I don't know. You see that they obviously, man, just reading back through it makes it's so much different now when you know about the part where they not only bribed and funded ISIS, but they killed Americans.
Mm-hmm.
That, when you see that new lawsuit that was filed,
yeah,
in January, it makes reading the report that much more difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you read through the report, you see that they mentioned that Ericsson presided over the corrupt conduct in Iraq, even after it acknowledged it in 2013, that it was cooperating with U.S. authorities investigating bribery allegations elsewhere. And now we know it's not just Ericsson, it's Telia and Newstar. So it's not easy when you don't have all the puzzle pieces, but now we have all the puzzle pieces. It makes it a lot easier,
Yeah.
But you have Lebanon, Spain, Portugal, Egypt, and then Uzbekistan, right? That's not even listed on here. So I think the more
and Azerbaijan, Belarus, Turkey, Sudan.
Oh wow! So Telia,
Saudi
covers.
Arabia.
Oh, Azerbaijan is in here, yeah, but
Yeah,
Uzbekistan's not on here. But man,
yeah, it's about 7 countries. So, but also one big piece of puzzle here is also China,
right?
And China have been owned practically by Wallenberg. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a lot of digging there, and we have come. I will do a show about that, and that's really heavy stuff. Yeah.
So you guys have looked into the China connection.
Yeah.
I wonder if it connects back to Biden.
Well, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Man, we have so much to reveal. I mean, so as you go through the report, you see that not only did our government know about it, but they've been covering it up. Now, but from what you're saying, you think the SEC charge is good.
I think
right?
it's really good, and I think it's stunning that they can actually prosecute Telia when they are co-owned by the Swedish government. I mean, that's huge. I mean, doesn't the
Yeah.
government kind of have an immunity or something? No, probably, obviously not, right?
No, I mean that's huge. Yeah, that's a big point.
Yeah. So, and when I saw that, because I've been looking for links like, okay, so you have fascism. That is when you have like government and the corporate interests, intertwined. So we were looking to all these clues. Okay, what can we find that proves that the Swedish government is like one big family or one part with all this with Wallenberg, right? Because
Right.
Wallenberg, yeah. So and then we find all these links, and now there is we have all the proofs, that that is one and the same. That the Swedish government actually is Wallenberg. That's it. We don't even have a shadow government. That is our government.
Is the Wallenbergs.
Yeah, and the Wallenberg was also controlling the central bank of Sweden during the Second World War.
And then it goes back to the first central bank was
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Sweden.
Yeah, so we had the first central bank in the world was in Sweden. So
Yeah,
we
and that
helped also Germany to reform their banking system. And Wallenberg was there. And Wallenberg was also one of the founders of BIS, Bank of International Settlement. And that is kind of the central bank of the central banks.
top of
So
the top.
so you have all these layers. And what I told you before, I've been working with stock market and so on. But when you see all these layers, you see that Wallenberg, first they have the first layer is kind of the telecom infrastructure. Then they have the internet. Then they have the platform. Then they have the quantum computers. I mean, we know that they do because they have been interested in that since the 70s, right? So
Wow.
that goes back a long time. So if you have all these layers, I mean, how can you that leverage?
It's too
And
too
also,
powerful.
yeah, and also if information is leveraged, I mean, imagine if you are the sixth eye and you can just
You
surveil
have all the data.
everything. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
all the data. And in the best of worlds, they wouldn't act on it, but we know that they they do. I mean, if they
Yes.
even sponsor and fund ISIS, ISIS, what else can they do? I mean,
Yeah.
there are no
It's
saints. Let's put it that way.
it's sad, but I think it's really good because now we have all the puzzle pieces. It's not so much having the puzzle pieces. Now it's how do you wake people up?
Yeah,
How do you get them to care? And I think the more we are having these conversations is the more we're realizing, wow, this is really big. This is bigger than Edward Snowden,
yeah,
because everything he did was fake. This is real,
yeah. I think that
so
was rigged. Yeah,
oh yeah. I
yeah,
mean, and it destroyed our economy, it destroyed our country. Um, and you have to ask yourself, like, well, what was that all for?
yeah.
And if everyone's lying, then what has to happen to reveal the truth? You know?
But I think also the plan. I think Putin is working with this constellation that works against the deep state, and Snowden is there, and maybe it was a good thing he revealed. I mean, this it's about exposure, right? So I think we will get all the puzzle pieces later, but yeah, I think he
Yeah, I
revealed.
think I think I think Snowden will reveal that he knew
Yeah,
because
exactly.
but the more I'm going back and reading back through the report again, the more I'm realizing, wow, there's a lot more information.
Yeah,
Like a
we
lot.
have to do a volume 2 and volume 3. It's like,
Oh man. Yeah,
yeah,
there really is. There's probably there's probably at least 10 more volumes easily.
exactly. Yeah, And also there's another account on Telegram, and Sokrates 17. Have you been following him?
No, who is it?
Sokrates 17.
Socrates.
Uh,
I think I might have on a few occasions.
yeah, because that video on my Facebook, that is actually made by him. So he's so good. He puts all this together, and he is American, but he lives in Sweden.
Really?
Yeah, and he've done all this. If you look at Rumble, Socrates 17, he has a whole video about NSA and Snowden, and it's called the Swedish Kings of Cyber War.
Yeah, that one's great. He made
That
that?
he made that.
How do you get in
So
contact with him?
no, yeah, he responded to me actually, but I think
Really?
he just yeah he responded to me on Telegram. So I think I can maybe reach out to him. He will listen to this, I know. So Socrates, reach out to us.
Yeah, I think we should definitely get in contact with him. Do you have his Telegram handle?
Yeah, it's Socrates 17. Um, let's see if I can find it here. And how do people reach you?
I have my Twitter, and then there's the have you seen the Telegram account?
No, I don't follow that, I think.
Oh, I can send it to you right now. It's the Plus Ultra account on Telegram.
Okay, so it's Sokrates XV11. So it's like that, Sokrates XV11. So he has 15,000 subscribers. Um, yeah, but he's really good.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, can you send me the link to it?
yeah,
And then
we'll
I'll
do.
let me see.
Okay. Yeah, so Socrates has been really, vital for us to get information in English. And also we have the Free People's Movement. They have made these short videos.
The best.
Yeah, deepstate.se, and that's also in English. And then now we are doing this in English. So we just want to get the message out. And but when I woke up, I first followed Trump because I wanted to see, I mean, for how long this pandemic was going to be
Go
going
on
on,
for.
yeah, when will it stop and how will this affect my company and the stock market and so on. And then I just find more and more and more. And then I found Q, and then I found a very
Free People's Movement.
yeah, and Carl Norberg. He is like the dictionary of the Swedish history and the global
Really?
history. Yeah, he knows everything about the true history of Sweden. So he will be very important when we have to rewrite our history, you know, and I think the whole world will have to do that.
Oh yeah.
But for Sweden, he will be very important because he knows all the links and all the connections back to the, yeah, I don't know, 1500s. So he's a living dictionary. I call
That's a
him.
long time.
Yeah, he knows a lot. Yeah. So but he has a military background, so that's and I have this like financing background. So I think that is also very good. I don't know your background, but our different,
Mortgages.
yeah, more great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's that's a big part of it too. But I think, I mean, this it's not coincidence, right? There's too many dots that connect.
yeah, And I mean, if you look also, they have been so smart. There, I showed you their main company is called FAM, FAM.
Hmm.
So FAM, if you Google that, you will find like billion hits, you know. And the
Oh
other
wow.
company is Investor. I mean, if you Google Investor, it's like a billion hits, you know. So they have been really good in hiding.
Right.
Yeah.
All of
So
the snake and the hydra.
yeah, all of that is really intentional, you know. It's so
Wow.
smart, you know. It's brilliant.
Yeah, they're better
Yeah.
than the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers because everybody knows, or
Yeah,
everybody
they want
thinks
to
they know.
brag, but Wallenberg, they don't need to brag, you know.
They're like, we control all of you.
Yeah, exactly. You know that one of the Wallenberg, when at his house, he has this skulls and bones flag.
What, really?
Yeah.
Which one's
So,
that?
Peter Poker Wallenberg.
Which one?
Peter Poker Wallenberg. Yeah, he has
Theater.
this. Yeah, so it's a skulls and bones flag. So yeah,
Wow, I didn't know that. It's really just there in his yard.
yeah,
So you don't think any of them know all of this stuff?
Wallenberg.
Yeah, do you think they know now that they're, or they just don't care?
I think they care. I think they have a leash. I don't think they. I mean, and that is also one thing that is so smart. Let's say, okay, you have this need to know basis, right? So you have this like CIA, you have uh, this all these
Pyramid.
cells. Yeah, the cells, they don't know anything. And
Right.
that is how our government is ruled. I mean, nobody knows even their own job, you know. So it's
Right,
like,
right, right.
yeah. So you only have to take the top, because they only get the instructions anyway. So they
Right,
don't know who instructs them, right? So
right.
if you cut the top, and then you can just get all these directives. So that's how
Ah,
they did it. So they used actually their own setup against them. So yeah, so I think that
so now we just have to push.
yeah, we have to push. So if we just keep pushing the information, and we make sure that people know this, the confidence in the system will fall, and then everything. And I think if we are doing a good job, they can like uh, the pace now is getting more and more rapid, but
Hurried, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but we can actually speed that up, the downfall.
Exponentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we push. So, and people
Wow.
ask me like, what what could I do? I mean, the only thing we can do is put this information out there. I mean, we don't need to go with bullets and guns and so on. This
Yeah.
is information war, because they have been tricking us for so long, and as soon as we know how they do it, they can't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's amazing. I think
so I mean, no one of us should say that I don't know what to do. We know exactly what to do. We
yeah,
have to understand this. We have to put it into, digestive pieces for people to understand this more and more. And that's the only thing we can
that's the
do.
key.
Yeah, because we have, and people say nobody will come and save you. But that's true in one
Somebody
sense.
did. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, in one sense, because okay, you have to dig all the yard yourself, but you will get uh, you will get the spade, right? So we will get the system, because now it's a global financial system, and it has to be another system that replaces that one. We can't
Right.
just, you know, we can't we can't jeopardize the whole world's, survival, just to collapse the system. We have to have something to replace it with, and
Right.
we will get that. So that's the help we get. But we have to, I mean, we
Press it.
have to fix Sweden, and you have to fix the US.
US. Yeah.
Yeah. So and
You
it will
can't
take.
keep going other places.
No, you have to dig where you stand, and we will get help. And in Sweden, I think that we are under siege from the US military, and that's because we are a failed state. And I mean the gravity of what Sweden have done to other countries, that is not okay. You
Yeah.
know that Pompeo, he wanted to have this clean internet, and I think 150 countries signed. One country didn't sign in Europe, Sweden.
Sweet.
Ah,
Really?
of course, so we didn't sign. We didn't want a clean internet, you know. So that's
He wanted to clean the internet. When was this?
yeah. He was traveling around to different countries, Pompeo, to sign this. It calls a free clean internet, clean internet, and then it was one European country that didn't sign. And you know Dulles and everything, Dulles and the CIA,
Dallas?
and
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
he's and Pompeo knows it all. I can, you know, I can't imagine he doesn't. He knows everything. So I think that Trump and all of them, they know exactly what this is, but they can't just
Talk
say
about it.
it. No, they can't talk about it because they want to. If you want to collapse the whole system, because it's so corrupted all the way from the bottom up, and they have built the system, you know, like this cells with just need to know basis. So if you want to expose the whole chain, so to say, you can't just expose the top. You have to do it this way. We have to be shown.
Right.
And now when we can't unsee this because we know how corrupted everything is, but yeah, so for
And
us
just
we just have to keep pushing.
keep fighting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it though. I think the more we're having these conversations, the more I'm realizing, oh wow, there's this additional piece and that additional piece, and look at how much more information we have that we don't even realize.
Yeah, and that's when we, and that's so beautiful with this community that we help each other, you know. And I dig on my side and you dig, and then we share information, and we get, I mean, we know so much more today than we did 3 years ago. And that's not only because now, if you look at the family Wallenberg, I think it says 43 minutes read.
What?
43. Yeah. If you look at Wikipedia,
Right.
Wallenberg family, it says 43 minutes read. So what? You know, so they have added a lot of information, I can tell you. It wasn't there a couple of years ago.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
They're adding
So
and
they are
changing.
adding, yeah, changing everything. So now if you, yeah. So I mean, 43 minutes read about Wallenberg, and they have been like acting as an there for 150 years. So yeah.
Wow. I think 167 years. That's
Yeah, it is.
a
Great.
long
What
time. How-
167 years. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's how
respect.
long Ericsson's been around.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah. And did you know that Sweden was actually fought a war with the US, the first Barbaresque War?
The first, what was it?
Barbaresque War.
I didn't know that until very recently
Yeah.
in those
So
in the groups.
yeah. So it was like uh, just a couple of years after. Yeah. It was just. I think it was 19 years after US was founded,
Right.
and then we went to war together.
That's
And
wild.
then yeah, and then Sweden, they just pulled out after a year. And that's also strange. How come we pulled out? Yeah, it was really strange.
Yeah, I need to look more into that actually.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, we thought that we have been like a peaceful country and neutral, very neutral. So we are so neutral, actually, Sweden, that
Didn't pick a side during the
we
Holocaust.
we work on both sides, So we have all the sides. We cover it all. So that's our motto. So
Yeah.
neutral that we give, weapons to both sides, and yeah, it's
Well, at least the truth is coming out though.
yeah.
That's positive.
Yeah. But you were supposed to tell us about your report. But I
Yeah, yeah,
think,
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm
yeah,
getting sidetracked.
yeah. Where can they find your report
Oh,
and
so
also
it's
your
at
handle?
yeah, it's at Plus Ultra. It's plvsvltra.org. And then the report is right there on the front page. Um, and then the handle on Twitter is it's at plvsvltra Intel, Intel. That's the Twitter. It's pretty long, right?
Yeah, it's the easiest you could find actually. It's like fam.se or investor.se.
Yeah, no,
Now,
you're right. We should probably change it, but we'll have to find something more fitting.
yeah. No, I'm joking around. Yeah.
No. It's hard. It's hard. But we kind of like it that way.
Yeah.
But if you go to my personal Twitter, it's just VLTRA_MK. So it's like ultra with a V
Mm.
underscore MK, and that'll show you the link tree, and it's got plus ultra intel there in there. That's where I put the majority of my information out anyways, is through Twitter.
Yeah. I will send all the links.
Yeah, and I think next time what we can do is we can meet before we do a show, and then I
Yeah.
can provide you with the information, and
Yeah.
then you can just put the that's what we're working on. We're working on a way to allow other people to present,
Mm.
and I think you'll like it a lot. It's just we're like this close to being done.
Great.
It's hard. It's hard when you're doing it by yourself. I don't think uh, I don't sleep very much ever.
No, but I think we should also translate the report to Swedish.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
How
really
can we do
important.
that?
Yeah, I have nothing to do, so I will do it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Nah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll try to do it. Yeah.
All right. I can I give you my number and my information, and then we can work on it,
Yeah.
outside of interview times,
Yeah, of
because
course.
I think even when you show people in a report and it's just like, okay, it's right there, people they still don't want to read it. So it's like, okay, what can we do?
Mm.
But it's good. It's good. I think it's unbelievable. I mean, what did you think when you heard about the civil case? They killed Americans.
Yeah.
Were
The
you surprised?
No, not at all. I mean, that's just the beginning. And the background, it's a
Oh
it's a
man.
class action lawsuit, right? It's
Well, there's the
five,
class action lawsuit and then there's the
yeah,
civil case.
yeah.
So
It's a
now we just have to get
500,
the records entered.
yeah, I think it's 550 something Americans that
Yeah.
sue Ericsson. That's correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
It's very bad. It's very bad.
No, but
Um,
that's the power of the people. I mean, I don't know actually if we could organize that way. Uh, I mean, we are so yeah, formatted here. So I don't think I think we need your drive. And when I see all these congressional hearings, it's amazing But you will also testify, won't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
When? Tell us.
In I want to push it off as far as I can, but if you guys help, I think maybe we'll get there sooner.
Yeah,
Um, you just gotta wait for the perfect storm, you know? It's everything has to just perfectly align, and then
yeah,
the whole thing will fall apart. So
yeah.
I would say probably 2 to 3 months.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, sooner if we can get the information out, right?
Yeah.
It's just how do you take this extremely complex story
Mhm.
and make it interesting and fun? Because people, they don't want to hear the doom and gloom all the time, right? They want hope, and
Yeah, but
they want
there is hope. I mean, this, but in order uh, to have a change, sustainable change, we have to understand how we got here. I mean, how could we
yeah,
allow it? I mean, what happened to us? Did we leave our brains at home? I mean, we didn't use it. So
yeah.
I think we have to realize, how could we even be so fooled? I mean, everything is a lie. So and that's not doom and gloom. That's just reality.
Yeah,
And
you're
what we
right.
are, I mean, we have a theory about the conspiracy, but we know, we have facts about that, and we have to know and understand that. But the hope is that this will collapse now, and that's the
Oh,
hope.
it has to. It has to.
Yeah, yeah,
If not, then why did we get all this information, and why
exactly.
why did it happen this way?
I mean, we get so much help. I mean, we get help now in Sweden from the mainstream media. They are they are exposing the corruption. They are exposing, uh, yeah,
Now
Wallenberg. They are
now we
exposing
just need
everything.
yeah, we just need Elon to buy
Yeah,
Fox or CNN, and then
no, he can buy Red Bee.
oh, there's that too.
If yeah, if he buys Red Bee, that is owned by Ericsson. They have 500 TV channels.
Really?
Yeah, look at Red Bee Media. Red Bee Media. Yeah, owned by Ericsson.
Now, do you think do
500.
you think that Elon can buy it, or
Yeah. No, they can seize it.
seize it? See, that's what. Yeah.
Exactly, they can seize it. I mean, it's just, illegal. Yeah.
Hmm.
Did you find it? Red Bee Media?
Yeah.
It's really, I mean, that's their bullhorn, right? That's their bullhorn. So they have control over that. And also they control the internet, right? So when New York Post comes out with the Hunter laptop, the Hunter Biden laptop, they can just make it disappear. They could, at least, because Twitter and all of them they have to buy, uh, yeah, pay this license fees, and they have to. I mean, they can't post what they want. But
Yeah.
see, that has changed, right? Because now Twitter can suddenly. So something has changed. So I don't think Wallenberg is in control anymore. I don't think so. I think they cut the top.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
I
I
think
think so
so.
too.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, we have all the answers. It's just how do you put it together, you
Mm.
know? Not just any one person on their own, but working together and really helping each other. I think that's going to be how we figure this out.
Yeah. And we are many. I mean, we are the news now. We are so many, and I think it's they can't avoid the information getting out there. We are winning. We are winning, winning, winning. Yeah.
And I think that's really the best part of it is we are winning.
Yeah.
It may not seem like it, but it is. You know, it's even 1 year ago we weren't even close to this.
No, we weren't.
And so now you when you connect all the other pieces,
Mm.
it's total control. And then if this is the only way that's going to let you get away from everything, why would you ignore that?
Exactly. No,
So
we
hope,
want to, I mean, we are pushing ahead because we want to come out on the other side, and we want to do it now rather, sooner rather than later. So we can't be lazy, we can't sleep. We have to keep pushing ahead.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But it's beautiful that we finally have the solution.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, really.
Yeah. But it's so fun to talk about this family, Wallenberg and Ericsson and Redby Media, with an American, because we have, I mean, you are so important for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, to get the message out there, because you are so, yeah, you just get the message out there, and you are so many. I mean, in Sweden we are a few of us putting the information out there, but I think I speak a lot about Q and the plan and so on, 17 and because I see, since we see the core, we can also see that, okay, this has to be planned,
Right.
and we can see how the plan works, and like for a couple of years now we just get confirmation every day, so everything that happens, just okay, we knew that, okay, we knew. So we have so many confirmations now, so I think me and Carl Norberg, I think we are the two, yeah, that
Yeah, I
speak
think
about the cube the most, because you can't avoid that, because this is a military sting operation.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful.
So yeah, and also at the same time they expose everything, because we have to realize this, we have to experience this, and also um, we have to see like the negative sides of this system. I mean,
Right.
if you draw this system to the edge, what is it? It is just
A
a
complete,
small, yeah, a small percentage on the top that like take the all the money, all the wealth, all the control from we the people,
yeah,
and they are
yeah.
so few, and we don't need them anymore. They are not
Yeah, and I think
welcome.
it's time. Yeah, exactly. I think it's
Bye
time,
bye.
and I think we'll start one corporation at a time. But hey, I mean, if we can pull this off, it's gonna be crazy. I mean,
Yeah, we
it
will.
really is. No, I know we will. I know.
Yeah, and also, I mean, we have been talking about this, all these demonstrations and so on, because we haven't had so many in Sweden. But that's not really, I mean, if you have, the problem is the financial system, is the control of the few.
Yes.
Then if you go and scream, that won't help. I mean, this is the whole
No, but you
system
have
is,
to you have to push the corporations, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like they did to us
yeah,
over the Ukraine.
yeah,
Now we get to do it to them.
exactly.
You're going to work with a company that kills Americans?
No,
You know? That's what
no, but
has to be done, because it's never going to happen if you don't push Apple. If you don't, you know what I mean? These are the people that have to be pushed. You can't expect to go to the government and the government's going to change. It's not going to change. You have to push the corporations who
yeah,
depend on the money from the people.
yeah.
And then if the Federal Reserve keeps raising rates,
Mm.
and now you're telling those corporations you can't go anywhere else And if you try to go anywhere else, we're going to stop funding what you're doing. That's how you pull this thing off. But I think it's how do we share that with the world? Basically, you saw what they did to you over the Ukraine. Now these people are the very same people are killing Americans. Are you just going to let them do that? You know, and I can get very angry.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I get frustrated, but I understand that we have to find a way to explain it in a fun, you know, it's crazy, but we have to find a way to make it fun.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, but also all this grassroots movement. I mean, we are organized now in the sense that we know what the problem is. And that's step one. We have to know, okay, this is corrupted. We don't need it. We don't want it. We don't want to fund a government that is only for the 1%. Let's say,
Yeah.
put it that. So we have a common ground, so to say, what the problem is.
Yeah.
And that and Q helped us with us, because now we can see, I mean, how the media is linked to the corporations that are linked to the governments, that are
Yeah.
linked to the think tanks, that are linked to the elites, you know. So now we see clearly, and we say, okay, we want all of it gone. Now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yesterday. Yeah. So
We're close
that's
though. I think we're very close.
yeah.
I think it's going to take a lot of brave people, but I think we have much more than we realize. And you know, that's why they're putting these balloons everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Look
Yeah.
here, look there, don't look here.
Mhm.
You know, don't look at
Exactly.
Ericsson.
Yeah,
So
and China says we want our balloon back. I mean, what was that all about? It's hilarious. Yeah, I think they are playing with us a little bit.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we know they are.
Yeah, we know.
You see how much the satellites can do, what they can see, how they can shoot down a missile from the mid sky, right?
Mm.
But they don't know where those balloons are. it's it's funny. Funny,
Yeah.
funny, funny.
Yeah, so what we have here, I mean, what you have found is that when you call 911, you have 25 countries, right, that have a system.
Yeah,
They can shadow ban you, so you can't even get through.
yeah.
Okay,
That's
so they
bad.
they have the keys to the internet. They have the infrastructure. So
Control through electricity, through ABB.
yeah,
I mean, what do
in
they
like in
not? The
Texas
question is
with the
better is,
windmills,
yeah. And then you have
the
to ask
windmills
yourself,
in Texas.
what do they not cover? What do they not control?
No, it's
They control everything.
yeah.
And so do
And
you
look at
let
Nasdaq. I mean, all the big tech companies, all of them are listed on Nasdaq. Yeah,
it's insane. It doesn't, I don't know. I
yeah.
just
So
can't
so
I
they
can't
can
believe it.
find the
New Star,
companies.
yeah, and the New Star has a building with Perkins Coy, with TransUnion, with all of them, BlackRock, and they're
Mhm.
all right there
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
It's
But I
so hard.
mean, but all of these companies need the internet, right? They need telecom. They need the payment infrastructure. They need
Yeah,
the central banks. And who controls that? Wallenberg.
yeah,
So you can try to pass them, and they will send you back to the Stone Age or something, you know. So then you can have your birds with your messages. No, it won't work, right? So and that's how they do it. They can use their leverage in different ways, and I think they have
yeah. I
in
think
Latin America, and yeah.
We're close. We're close. It's just so unbelievable. I mean, all of this has to go down. I just don't know how are we here in the middle of it all? You know what I mean?
I
Can
wonder
you
why
imagine
we, yeah,
imagine your kids or my,
yeah.
I can't even think about a woman. It's been so it's just, how do you think about bringing someone into this world? How, you know what I mean?
Well,
But I
I
think
think now I'm not worried now,
I know.
but before I was really worried because it, yeah. But now I would love to. I have already 3 children, so I've done my part. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not worried now.
yeah, you're brave.
But I fight for them. I fight for us and for the people and for our future because this has to go.
Yeah.
And when I know what I know, I can't do anything else. I mean, this has to go. We have to understand this. And also as a financial advisor, many they don't they were like, oh, just tell me what to do. I don't want to, I'm not interested, but we can't have that attitude because then we don't have a society. We have to choose. Do we want a society?
Or do you want to
Then
give
we
up?
have to put some effort into it because we can't just sit there and feed us.
Do you think protesting? I think protesting is going to work. A lot of
No,
people try to. No, you don't think so?
I think boycott, that's different, but
Okay,
standing without, yeah, boycott is one
but
thing.
but
And
how do you make Fox News report on the report? You got to sue them. You know that
yeah,
that's a form of
that's the
protest.
American style. That would never
Yeah,
work here.
well,
But in the
you
US,
can't
you
play. You
sue
can't.
everything.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't play their game and not play their game. They'll
yeah,
sue you. You know that Dominion. If anyone wants to say the
yeah,
election was rigged, they're suing you.
yeah.
Okay, so
They
now we
did
know.
it
Now we
against
have the
Sidney
proof,
Powell. Yeah,
and now we have the proof. And where's everybody?
yeah,
That's the toughest part for me,
yeah.
is
But
I'm
you could
calling.
sue them. You could sue them
I
in
know.
the
I
US.
finally talked
Yeah,
to someone today.
yeah.
Yeah,
We could
yeah.
help you put the information together because you could really sue
You want to do
them.
that?
Yeah,
Let's
let's
do
do
it.
it.
Should
Yeah,
I announce it?
In Sweden you couldn't, but in the US you can.
Should we announce it?
Yeah,
All right. I'm going
we
to
do
announce
it.
it right now.
Yeah,
I'm going to put it on Twitter. You want me to put that?
yeah,
All right. We have decided to file suit against at Ericsson.
yeah,
Why not? Right?
yeah. I laughed,
On
but
behalf.
this is not funny. We are serious.
Oh,
This
I'm
will
serious
happen.
too.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I am serious.
yeah.
I I don't have any other way to go. The only
No,
way I can go is out. You
I
know?
mean, yeah, but because this is the best way I think of both expose it, but also
We
make
have
it,
it all.
yeah,
We have it all.
like it,
How did the families of the dead find the exact data points? The
yeah,
only way you can do that is through the commander in chief,
exactly.
because the data goes all the way up to 2021. Well,
Yeah,
who provided that? 5 days after they file the suit, Donald Trump gets raided. Is that a
yeah,
coincidence? I don't think so.
no,
And I think he's just saying, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, keep attacking me, keep attacking me, keep attack, right? Because if you've got that Trump card in your back pocket,
yeah,
you let them all keep firing at him, and what's going to happen? Oh, yeah, I declassified those records, and yeah, I did it for the families of the dead veterans.
yeah. But you know
And
that
and
the president can,
you're trying to put me in jail?
yeah, good luck.
Well, that's just good luck.
I wish him well.
How
Yeah.
disgusting.
Mm.
How disgusting of the federal government. And then you have you know, the pedophile in chief,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah,
and
the
it's
resident. He's not president, but yeah,
right.
but
Yeah.
the resident we call him. Yeah.
I think Elon controls the teleprompter, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoever that guy is in the
They
Oval
have
Office.
humor, right?
Oh, yeah, he's making some funny, you know, some funny fumbles. And the fact that there's still people who are like, yeah, Biden's great. It's like, you have to be on drugs, you know?
Yeah, you can tell that to the Swedish mainstream media because they say Marcus Oskarsson, Kajalmackan, we call him, because he used yeah, Kajal makeup. And
Oh.
yeah, Kajalmackan, yeah, he thinks Biden is a really great
Good.
guy.
Oh
Yeah,
my
the
God.
best. I mean, almost. Yeah. But you
No, but
know,
I'm serious. I think we could. I don't know why can't we file a lawsuit?
of course we can. Yeah, you can. In your legal system, you can. Let's do it.
Yeah, I talked today to someone who's going against Pfizer,
Mm?
and she's pretty brave. I think it's only a matter of time. I mean, these lawyers did it,
Yeah.
and if they're willing to do it in civil claims, then why can't we?
Mm.
Aren't they harming us?
Linwood,
Somebody, somebody,
Cinnabal.
somebody help! You know,
Somebody help.
somebody help!
Exactly. Yeah, but you
I
know,
can't do all the research and all the promotion and all the uh whatever, you know, doing the interviews and it gets tiring.
yeah.
But
We're young, right? We can do it.
oh yeah.
But I'm doing this series now about Donald Trump, and it's so funny because when you do research about him, he says like, do you remember when he was going to bomb Iran? And like 10 minutes before, he just changed his mind. They were
Oh
shooting
yeah,
down
when
the
he sent the
drone.
text messages.
Yeah, he was shooting down a drone, and then he said, "Yeah, but that could hurt, or 150 persons could get killed." So 10 minutes before, he just called it off. And I mean, that's a sting operation, right? Because
Yeah.
they knew exactly what the deep state were planning. And so when you follow Trump, that's so amazing because he says one thing, and then you read the executive orders, and that is just the contrary, you know. So
Yeah.
he's always doing this, you know,
Baiting them through the media.
trolling and yeah,
Yeah.
trolling and
Yeah.
exactly. So we have to do the same. We have to be smart, and I think we are on the right side of history here. So
Well, what
we
can
will
they
get help.
do? What can they do though?
Hmm.
There's nowhere else to go. This is the only way is to go forward.
Mm. But this is the right move because then also you make this, you get the exposure, and also it's kind of how do you say that? Yeah,
I mean,
I think it
there's
will build trust in the public when they see that, okay, they go through the court system, that, you know, like with the Brunsons.
yeah, I mean, if they can do it, why can't we?
Exactly. Yeah.
And we actually have the information. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. We have it all.
Exactly.
We
I just
do.
and more and more
Mm.
because when you go after these companies that empower the Hydra, you are really killing the Hydra.
Mm.
So what are we waiting for? You know, and maybe it's me, maybe it's my fault because I'm I don't know. My dad, he's always told me, no, we don't sue. We don't believe in suing. So now the thing I have to do is to sue.
Yeah, but you can't be American and not believe in, suing people. I mean,
I know.
that's the American way, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, Donald Trump, how many I mean, he sues everybody all the time,
And they sue him. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like this. Yeah. No, I think
That's
this is the way of getting the information out there. You legitimize. How do you say that?
legged mice.
Yeah.
Legged mice. What does that mean? Well, either way.
Legitimera. Yeah, I talked to the Swedish audience, Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, you guys are fighting harder than anybody. So if we just got to file lawsuits, what are they going to do? They can't do anything. That's the thing. That's why they blocked me on Twitter,
Mm.
right? If they weren't afraid, they wouldn't block me. They would say,
So
okay, let this guy say what he's saying, right? No,
who blocked
instead
you?
they,
Ericsson
yeah,
on Twitter?
yeah,
Oh my gosh. It's like the
yeah,
Swedish Prime Minister. All of his tweets before, it was you couldn't comment, They are so
right.
cowards. Yeah.
Cowards, exactly. So why should we be afraid of cowards? We
No, we're
shouldn't.
not. No. And we are, I mean, if people help spreading this message, I mean, people will understand this Kraken. So when Sidney Powell says, I'm going to release the Kraken, they know what this is. They know about Ericsson, they know about Wallenberg, but they can't just spit it out. We have to get the information out there. We have to show the people, because also many people are going to be taken by the sting. So all these self-interest people, that are just doing their job, they will get caught in this.
Yeah,
So yeah, so that's the whole idea. So we have to, I mean, people have to show their true colors. I mean, what are you made of? What's important?
yeah,
Is it just your ego, your money, or is it
yeah,
just, for the good of humanity? Why?
yeah,
What is your purpose in life, right? So this is, and I think now we see very clearly who are just following, you know, and the
orders.
brave people, yeah, the followers. And I think many of the people that are leaders today, they won't be able to be leaders in the new system because they
No.
are cowards, they are followers, they are acting in self-interest, they don't care about you. But I mean, you and I don't get funding. But
Yeah,
if
me
you
either.
are like if you are
Me
like control the
either.
position, then you get funding. I don't get any funding.
Me
I have
either.
a
Me either.
no,
I meet with billionaires who want to talk about helping.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
don't care.
No, they don't care.
But they're
That
gonna
is
look really
just
stupid. They're gonna look really stupid. That's the best. That's the best part of this is like we have to have the confidence. Like we're here, you're there,
mm,
but it doesn't matter because you're gonna wake up. And guess what? When you wake up, it's probably going to be too late because you think I'm going to be able to stop the people when they find out what you've been doing and when they find out what's been going on. You think
mm,
you're going to be able to walk around in the street, Bill Gates, right? The rest of these clowns. You think you're going to be able to even go out in public? Yeah, right.
no,
These people will rip you apart and
yeah,
I can't stop them. That's the
no,
thing. I would love for this to be peaceful, but you don't
mm,
want it to be. You
mhm,
want the people to be played and
mm,
mocked,
yeah,
demeaned.
exactly.
And so what it's not my justice, it's the justice of the people.
Mm,
And you took vaccines and put them in all those people. You wanted to kill
mm,
them.
mm,
Well,
yeah,
I wonder what they're going to do to you.
yeah. But I don't know exactly what's in the vaccines, but
I
I
don't
can tell
either.
you one thing. I mean, for me, it's really strange that in the middle of a sting operation, when they knew the handbook, that they just allow the military in all the countries to just inject people with I don't really buy that. But let's say that
No, I know.
if you are a
But with
doctor,
so many, with so much people invested energetically
yeah.
in the vaccine, you just,
Yeah, but
it's
let's
like,
say you are a doctor, okay, and you have taken an oath, and you give these injections. You know that it's just the emergency. How do you say? Prove.
youth authorization.
Yeah, exactly. And then you give this without the consent. That people they don't know that this is experimental. And then, I mean, your oath is, you know.
But
It does.
what is it anyways? If that's, if you are capable of doing that, then you're not a good doctor.
No, but I mean, if you know that you have to have informed consent, and you give it anyway, and you give it to children, you don't deserve to be a doctor. You don't deserve
No,
our trust,
right.
right? And it doesn't matter what's in it. You thought it was, let's say you take a drug dealer, and it's sugar in it, but he thinks it's cocaine. He will go down anyway because he thought it was, that's a sting operation. And they are doing this to all the sectors, simultaneously. And I mean, when we see the result of all this thing, I mean, so many people will go down, but many people will also be shown like their true colors. And we want, I mean, for us, the people, we will hunt them down. I mean, I think they won't be able to walk down the street. That's
No,
how it's
they're
going to
already
be.
not able to. You see a few days ago, I'm talking now with BBC journalists who used to work at the BBC.
Mm,
And even they're like, yeah, I know about all this. But then when you talk to them in public forum, right?
mm, mm.
They don't want to talk about 9/11. They don't want to talk. I mean, this thing goes back to 9/11,
Yeah,
not because I wanted to, but because Ericsson took over on that day. So
yeah.
how do you
Tell us about that, because
so
yeah,
so they moved the cables over, and you know I'll send you the thread, but it's so uh,
yeah. So Ericsson took over the cables the very
to
same
New
day.
Star to New
Yeah,
Star on September
yeah,
11th. Yeah.
yeah,
And so then New Star is connected to Telia,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and the whole thing is going to collapse. So
And Telia is co-owned by the Swedish government.
so it's coming, it's coming. And I think, what what do you think? Do you think it's good to shame the people into action, or you just put the information out and let them come to it? Because I don't know. I don't have the answer. That's the hardest part about all this, is I think a lot of people assume that it's just you just got it. You put the information out there, just get it out to the right people, and then the right people will do the right thing.
No, I don't think so. I think that, I mean, a lawsuit is one way, putting out the information is one way. I think we have to work, but we shouldn't wait. When I started
For
my
them,
channel, yeah, if we wait for someone else, when I started my channel, it was like, okay, if not me, who? If not now, when?
when, yeah.
That was like, okay, I have to do this because I wanted to have the information about the plan and queue and everything in Swedish, and I wanted to find all the connections to that plan, to the Swedish. How is the Swedish? And in the beginning, I didn't think Sweden was the major player. I didn't think so.
No, I didn't either.
No.
I
So
don't
it
even
just
think I don't to this day, I don't think anyone knows.
no.
Not even the
So
meeting with the Wallenbergs was reported.
So
You know,
one, you know,
when Trump met with them,
yeah,
there's no reporting on it. And now if the only way something like that can happen is if the media knows, oh, okay, this is the one we don't talk about, right? Because they
yeah,
covered everything that Trump did.
yeah.
Everything he did, it doesn't matter who he met with,
Mm.
they were always covering it. For some reason, they don't cover when Wallenberg comes and meets with him.
No, but I mean, why did they? Okay, you have the Swedish prime minister coming to see the the president of the United States,
Well, he's got to
and
make them feel like,
then they bring the Swedish shadow government, Wallenberg. I mean, why did they? That is also mind blowing if you think about it. How strange isn't that?
doesn't, yeah. But I think, I mean, maybe he had to make them feel like, hey, I'm working with you guys. It makes sense now, but when you think about going back to the date when he met with them, you're like, why? What was the
But
reason?
I think he met with them before. You know, when he went on this trip in 2017, he went to Saudi Arabia, he went to Israel,
Brussels, yeah.
yeah, Brussels. You know that
He started
Wallenberg were they
pushing
were
them
in
around.
Brussels.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know when he kept them waiting?
Yeah, yeah. He was
Yeah.
meeting with them.
Yeah, but they were there. So I think in
Oh.
2017, and that's the same time when this Telia, the Justice Department, filed this against,
So it was
Telia.
like the Justice Department was working backwards.
Yeah, exactly. So I think in 2017, he just cut the top and said, now we're going to do like this. You're going to go down, but how do you want, I mean, do you want us to expose everything? Or do you want to, I mean, for your ancestors to be able to, and for your future generations to be able to walk down the street? So I think that was kind of, I wanted to be a fly on the wall, but I think so. I think everything went down 2017.
Oh
And
yeah. Yeah.
also, this executive order, uh, if you're involved in crimes against humanity and
Humanity
so
and
on.
child
Yeah,
trafficking. Yeah.
yeah.
Biden's
So
extended it
yeah, I know. That's so,
twice. Why?
yeah. Why?
Why?
Yeah, exactly. No, so the thing is that when he signed this, I was working in the finance uh,
Everything
finance.
stopped.
Yeah, and then they were starting to all of
Resign.
the rich, yeah, they resigned and they start to give all their money to charity, and I was like, huh. I mean, this doesn't make sense. I mean, they want to make money, and now all of a sudden they want to give away all the wealth. But no, but they were giving it to trust, so that was just in order to try to save their money, right? I know that
Yeah.
now.
But
So also,
to do a crime to cover up a crime.
yeah, exactly. So when I saw this, and during the pandemic, I started following Trump, and then I saw this, and then it was okay. Now I know why they gave away their wealth in
If they're gonna
2017.
lose it anyways. Yeah.
Exactly. And I thought for a minute there that they were good.
How do we press the button?
Exactly.
We need to press the button faster.
Yeah. No, but I think we're getting there, and this lawsuit, you're gonna work on that, and then we have to translate this Ericsson report to Spanish
Swedish.
and
Spanish.
Swedish.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of,
German.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
Brazil, what is it? Portuguese.
yeah, Portuguese. Yeah, but all this Venezuela, I mean, Chile, all these countries. I mean, Sweden has just destroyed their countries.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important for them to understand this as well. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
we
I
need to
think
get funding from some of these billionaires. We got to punch a few of them. And
No,
how funny is it going to be? They're going to run away from us. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I don't think we
you're
will
going to run
get
away from
funding.
me,
We will have to
huh?
do this anyway, pro
Oh
bono.
no, no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
I know. But I guess to file those lawsuits, you need
Yeah, I know.
you
I
need
know that
attorneys, and you need.
yeah, we have to find financing. But yeah,
We'll lift up a few rocks. We'll find.
yeah,
We'll get some coins together.
exactly.
But I think it's going to
Crowdfunding.
be fun. I do. I think
Yeah,
it's going to be fun, and I think the best is yet to come.
yeah, it is. And we
Really.
are the news now. I mean, really. And that's, I mean, what we have found and what you have found in your report. I mean, this this is the job of the like journalists. What are they doing? I mean,
Nothing.
they are not, and I understand. I mean, I understand. You need to feed
Yeah.
your family and so on, but yeah,
How long though? How long do you wait?
but you can't just. I mean, this is a short period of, you know, time. So I think,
Rapid change.
yeah, we will make sure the change is rapid. I mean, it's been a couple of years now. I thought it would go much faster. Oh, yeah.
We're getting there.
Yeah,
I think.
but now we understand the depth of this. I mean, this is huge. I mean, I mean, just to go in and arrest the Hillary Clinton or Obama wouldn't have helped
Yeah.
because I mean the
No.
whole system is corrupted all the way from the bottom to the top, and it's like cells. So I mean, in
Yeah.
order to 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 collapse this whole system, you have to do it this way. I see that
Yeah.
now, but 3 years ago I didn't see that.
It was hard to.
I think you we wanted it to go fast. You know, we have no patience.
Yeah. But I'm getting more people now. They want to do shows on this,
Yeah,
where a lot of people were very scared before. So that's
yeah,
good.
yeah. And
And
I
even
mean,
those people, you got to punch them. I mean, I know I keep saying that, but what are we waiting for?
mm,
You've been lied to about the voting machines. You've been lied to about the president. You've been lied to about the truth. They're killing American soldiers. They're not even telling you about the chemical spills. Does the bomb have to drop on your head?
mm,
People tell me, "Oh, just don't get too upset." But it's like, just imagine in 10 years, how are you going to feel, to the people who are just sitting around, right? To the
mm,
ones who are just, well, I didn't really. I mean, you got 40,000 people almost dead in Syria and Turkey,
mm,
and we
yeah,
haven't sent any money to those countries.
mm,
But
mm,
you want America to fix itself?
mm.
Come
Yeah,
on.
but it's also, in Afghanistan, you have the Talibans that actually, I think it means students. You speak Arabic?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we have the advisor to the president. He was Swedish. So actually, he was collecting this child support money. He
Wow.
pretended to live in Sweden, but he lived. So they caught him on that. So he was the
Right.
advisor. So when the president fled with the money, the Swedish advisor, he fled with him, right?
Oh,
And
man.
also, I think the Iraqi finance
Finance
minister. I
minister.
think he's Swedish. Yeah, he's Swedish. Yeah. This is just and also it's so hilarious because when they did that, when the president fled with the money, then Sweden stopped sending all this money. Okay,
Right.
so now the people doesn't need the money. That was not the reason. They had no one to bribe.
So it's done.
Yeah, it was done. The president had to flee. They had to flee. And then
Yeah. But
Also,
you
they
can't flee
froze.
from this now. There's nothing they
No,
can do.
no, exactly. So
You
the
have that. You
people
have
took
that. Like,
over.
you can't stand. This is where I think Americans. You don't want to shame them, but you have to say, you're not even going to stand up for the people who go and died for you.
Mm.
That's bad.
Yeah, I did a
But
show about Libya, Libya, and they froze all their assets abroad, and Gaddafi was doing so much good for the people. And
yeah,
Sweden, the neutral country, actually we were helping NATO, so we were in control of the airspace.
yeah.
And if you know the history now, you know that they actually exported weapons,
Too
but
yeah, too bad.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but
and then just
Sweden,
left them there.
yeah, but Sweden were in charge
Oh, I didn't know
of
that.
that air, but so they failed.
Airspace.
Yeah, they failed, right? So
Yeah,
and we didn't know this, and when you read on the Försvarsmaktens homepage, they say it was a successful ops. It was not a
no, but
successful
now we know.
operation.
Now we know. Now we
Yeah,
know because he released it through this civil suit, right?
yeah,
The problem is it's 816 pages of words.
yeah.
And unfortunately, people
You
won't
have to
even read a
break it down.
26-page report.
No,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah.
So I know I have to be the one to break it down and to take the elephant apart.
Mm.
But this is where I need help. I need help from the good people of the world.
Yeah.
And
And
this is the
and we are
coolest.
many now, and we are.
This is the coolest thing. I mean, how many opportunities you get to take down Barack Obama, George Bush, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, the Clinton Foundation. How many opportunities do you get to do that? You don't. And now you do. So the plan was cool, but
Mm.
I'll tell you what, this is going to be really cool. We're going to be,
I
if
think
the
we will
founding
be
fathers were
amazed.
cool,
Yeah.
the quantum founding fathers are going to be us, right? Like the Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah, exactly.
That's us. And then
Yeah.
we got to take the ring after we're done, and maybe we'll have someone come and bite the finger off, right? Like Gollum does. But who's Gollum? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we will.
Eagle.
But I feel so rude. I haven't really, I haven't done a proper introduction.
Oh. Of
Yeah, can you just briefly introduce yourself? Who
yeah,
are you, Michael? We do this.
yeah.
I won't even edit this. So we will do the introduction in the end. I'm sorry.
That's beautiful. No, that's okay.
Yeah.
So my name is Michael Khoury. I'm an investigative journalist who's been working on the Ericsson Report. And it's recently come out that this company, Ericsson, has not only bribed, funded, and sponsored ISIS for over 17 plus years, but now it's been revealed through a class action and other civil lawsuits that they have actually killed American soldiers in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and Sudan, other countries as well. So it's almost like the story is coming full circle. My history is going back to the mortgage industry and working with securities and bonds. And I'm here to stand in solidarity with the Swedish people to be able to take down this company and to be able to fight back against the powers that would only wish to oppress us and destroy us. But they're not going to get that. They're not going to get their way. And I love the people of Sweden, and I love this movement that we're all coming together to create a better world for the future of humanity. And it's like you said, if not us, then who? If not now, then when? So thank you so much for allowing me to come on. I think we'll probably do a lot more of these. it's just so much is going on, and I have to find the energy to just to keep going forward. But I think we're almost there. And thank you for all of your support and hard work. And now we get to sue the ever loving heck out of all these people, and it's going to be pretty fun. So thank you for having me here, and thank you for being so brave, Cornelia, and especially you. I mean, going up against the Hydra and the system at a time when no one dared do that, that's awesome. I think your friends, your family, your loved ones, if we can just fix what we have going on here, I think you guys will also be fixing what you have going on there, and then we'll meet in the middle, and we'll destroy the ring. We'll destroy the One Ring. So thank you.
Thank you.
It's fun.
Can you hear
It's
me?
fun. It's fun. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So my headset
I know. Yeah, I
battery.
noticed that.
Yeah. So yeah, no, this is so great, and we are doing this together, and I feel that the movement are becoming stronger for every day.
Yeah.
And for those of you that feel that, what can I do? I mean,
Get
nothing
involved.
really.
Get
Get
involved.
involved. So what we need to do, all of us, is to just take all this information, all this research that we have done over the years, and just package it in small pieces, like 30 minutes, 40 minutes videos about different subjects. So people, when they wake up, they can, catch up with us. So that's what I've been doing, and what I am doing, and I learn so much every dig I do. Now when I go back, I just look all my pictures from I have thousands and thousands of pictures and videos and notes about everything, and when I go back and I do it again with
You find
everything,
more.
yeah, everything that I know now is just and then I try to
Boom.
package it.
Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It's
like
boom, 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 right? And then you read
ex
the posts on the board and you're like, oh wow, this is
yeah,
wild, right? That
yeah,
euphoric feeling, like, oh my gosh. And the funny thing is, people want to make fun of us because
yeah,
we know.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, but it's yeah, I mean
it's beautiful.
it's only information. I mean, Q post, that is information that helps us, how we should think, but also what I feel like, uh, you said that you got frustrated, right? And I think that when we realize the truth, then we get the true emotions also, because we have to be angry. I mean, this
Yeah,
is not okay. I mean, not to feel anything, that is sick.
that's
So and
psychopathic.
they,
Yeah,
yeah, so they have made us this. I mean, we are so used to seeing all this misery that we don't even feel anymore. And that's, I feel that my awakening, at least, have changed that. I feel a lot. I feel I'm angry, I'm
oh yeah,
sad, I'm happy. I have all
yeah,
my emotions back. And
you're right.
that's beautiful. So
Yeah,
it's
that you're right. You're right.
deprogramming. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I don't see, and even me when I'm on little sleep, I'm still like, oh my gosh, wow, this is why we do it.
Yeah.
You're right. So I know a lot of people will say to me, oh, you're getting too emotional, you're getting too, did you sleep? Or it's like, if you knew what I knew, you would not be sleeping. And you'll be very glad to know that I don't sleep, because
Mm.
no one who would see all this and not, you're right. I mean, yeah, why, instead of asking me why I'm so angry, you should be asking yourself, why aren't you angry?
Why don't you feel anything? I mean, how sick is that? And
It's
actually,
like the Grinch who stole Christmas, and what we're going to be is we're going to be the Grinch who stole Congress, because we're going to go in there, and we're just going to start from one side and then just work our way. We'll have someone else come from the other side, and then boom, 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 and they meet in the middle. How else? What are you going
sounds
to do?
like a plan.
And then the Grinch too, in the end of the movie, he starts grabbing his heart, right? He says, "I'm feeling," and he's freaking out, right? Because people in America, we're so brainwashed, we don't know what it means to love and to feel and to be angry. It's like, yeah, those are all okay emotions. You're right. And I think that's amazing.
If we
I'm
have a
excited now.
competition, I can tell you that the Swedish, we will win that.
Oh,
I think, yeah.
I will gladly let you guys take that crown.
You
And the
can
British
take that
crown.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah, you can
exactly.
take back the British one too.
Yeah, I
Because we
think that
can't stop.
fell.
We can't stop. We can't stop it at just Sweden and America, right? You
No,
gotta
no.
you gotta take the British crown. You gotta take that crown back and take back your homeland.
Yeah. No, but
It's like
I think I
it's what they
think
say it's
the
what they say in The Hobbit, right? He says you got to take back your homeland,
yeah.
and it's real. It's true. You got to take back your country, Sweden,
Yeah, but the
and
Vatican is taken down. I mean, the city of London is taken down. Washington, D.C., foreign country, they are surrounded. It's been taken down. So I think we are winning. I think
oh,
we have
we are
won already, but we
we
don't
already
see
won.
it.
We just don't realize it.
No, exactly. And I mean, what we are doing is part of it, so we have to keep pushing.
Even Trump losing, I don't think people understand, but that the fire that was put inside the bellies of everybody.
Mm.
Now it's like, all right, you want to harness that energy? Have fun. I mean, Bill Gates, right? You
Yeah.
just you know, that's why we have to use the cards they've given us. That's why we can sit there and procrastinate or think it through. What happened with the vaccine? Why would Trump make this vaccine that kills people? Hey, that part doesn't matter. The part that matters is now, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
What are you going to do
But
about it?
what's kind of funny as well with Bill Gates is that, he has to pay license fees, Microsoft, to Wallenberg, and he has his
Right,
servers in Sweden. And
right.
when Elon Musk put out this picture, with the pregnant Bill
Yeah,
Gates, then you have one. I mean,
yeah.
that's hilarious. They are just trolling them. It's so funny. So, I mean, we are laughing a lot. I don't think people realize this, that it's so fun to win, and we are
Yeah,
winning all the time. So, I
yeah.
mean, in that, if you don't feel anything, you won't be happy for the wins either.
Right, right.
So, yeah.
We're not going to take it, right?
Now, but I think we should do this again.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
we can pick.
again.
Yeah, we should talk about Telia and the things I sent you, because
Yeah,
uh, that is also into New Star and everything. So Telia is
yeah,
a piece of the puzzle here that is really important, and they are directly linked to Ericsson because they are using their core technology.
yeah.
So and then there you have the Swedish government in the midst of all this. So it's yeah, we will uncover all of this, and also we will go
It's gonna be
into
fun.
China. We will have a show that we talk
Huawei.
about, yeah, about China and Huawei, yeah, and also
Yeah.
Wallenberg, their power over China, and how far that goes back in history as well.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited. Better believe I'm excited. And it's going to be great. It's really going to be fun. I know I say that a lot, but I truly mean it. Because think about it. We're the first to know. That doesn't mean
yeah,
we're wrong. That
no,
just means we are there first. And in banking, someone who worked in banking for so long, getting there first is everything. Even doesn't matter what it cost, because it cost us a lot. It cost us a lot of sacrifice, right?
Yeah,
But
our
we're here
livelihood.
first. Yeah, but now tell us we're wrong.
And,
Have fun trying to prove us wrong.
yeah.
When you all went, so heavy in the form of everything else, that was terrible. So
Yeah.
we got this.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Michael Ray Khoury,
Thank you.
for coming on, and we will do this again.
Oh yeah, and I know today we probably wanted to go more over the Ericsson report, but I found that just showing who you really are and talking, getting to those deeper levels, it takes a more in tune and more in-depth audience, and I think that your audience is perfect for that. But I think getting to know you and you getting to know me is way more important than the little report. You know what I mean? The report is the keystone. We're the actual key. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
without us, there is no report. Without us, there's no Free People's Movement. Without us, there's no energy to put into what we're truly passionate about. And
no,
I think
exactly why we do this. I mean, and also I must tell you, the Ericsson report now, I'm looking forward to volume 10. There is so much that
it's
isn't
like the
in
Lord of
there,
the Rings. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like the
it's
Lord
like,
of the Rings
okay,
on drugs.
that's old now. It's really good, but it's kind of, we need to broaden this, because it's
Oh
this
no,
Kraken is.
I mean in terms of the story though. You have
Yeah,
to
I know.
make it a story. If you don't make it a story, people are gonna they're asleep.
Yeah.
TikTok. You got 30 seconds to sell them on why they should care about this. So how do you do that?
Yeah. But this
I think we're
fast
doing it.
food mentality, I think it's kind of old school. I think we don't even want to be joined by people like that. I think as soon as they realize, I mean, no, but really, when you build up
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I
yeah,
agree with you.
because
That's why
if
when everyone tells me make it small, make it short, make it compact, I'm like,
no, but
why?
we are just
So you can care one day and forget the next? I don't want that.
yeah, no, but we are attracting the brains that can connect on this level, because this is like a big spider net. This
Yeah.
is not easy. This doesn't take 5 minutes to cover. I mean, you have to
No.
understand all this. This goes back hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And they have built this slowly but surely. And I mean, I can't tell you this in 5 minutes. And if you don't have the time, I'm sorry, move on.
You shouldn't have
Scroll.
been, yeah, you shouldn't have been
No,
saved anyways. Yeah. Yeah.
you're not our audience.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because we want to build something. We want to build a society where we help each other. We want to build a new world together. And
Yeah.
we don't want to do that with lazy, self-interest, egocentric people. It's not no.
That's not
They
our cup
can't
of
be.
tea.
No, no,
That's not our
no.
cup of tea.
We want genuine people with genuine emotions, and that really cares. And
Yeah.
if you just want to make money, and you want to like take all this information and put it out there for you to get famous or money, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Just do it. We won't do it. I mean, we have been working so many hours for free for so long, but we have a higher purpose. I mean, we are doing this for the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that.
Great, Michael. Thank you so much for coming on. Do you want
Of
to just
course.
end with you get 2 minutes just to, sum this up?
Yeah, I would say we have to come together and we have to fight for what we care about and what we're passionate about, but we have to do that in a way where we alert the people and arm them with the information so that they can then come together with us, and finally we can take back what is ours to begin with, which is our freedoms, our rights, our passions, and ignite the world, right? This is not just about Sweden and the United States. This is about 6.5 billion people. You know, you think of what Snowden did, but this is the real version of it. This is the truth. And when you have the truth, nothing, you don't have to hide. You can come out into the sunlight, and then when the demons are following you into the sunlight, they disintegrate, right? Because their wickedness cannot follow you where the truth lies, because you know, this is bringing light to the darkness. And once there's no more darkness, that's it. Sunlight kills, right? So I am so excited, and I cannot thank you guys enough, because without you, there would be no Ericsson Report. There would be no there'd be no America. And so it's kind of like going back to the 1776, because now we get to be friends again.
Yeah,
And this time
exactly.
we'll get rid of them for good, you know, not
Yeah,
just
we
for
will.
part-time. So thank you all so much. Please continue to spread the good word, and God bless. And thank you so much, Cornelia. Thank you so much. The Free People's Movement of Sweden, and the best is yet to come.
Yeah. How can they support you if they want to give you donate to you?
So yeah, we have a Give Send Go / emergency 911. But you know, whatever you can do is good with me. At the end of the day, I think we've got a lot of good karma that's building up,
Mm.
and I mean, once it starts, you can't stop it. So that's the best part of nothing can stop what's coming, because it just takes waking the people up. And if you're arming them with information, truth, and transparency, accountability, you can't sell that, you know? So I'm
I don't
excited.
think we will miss the storm. I
No,
don't think anyone will miss the storm. We will
I think
find
we're
out.
right in the middle of
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I think the storm is around us, and we're right in the middle. And
Yeah,
yeah, it's awesome.
it is. Thank you so much, Michael. Take care
Thank
now,
you.
and thank you for everything that you have done with the Ericsson report. And I will
Thank
put
you.
all the links down below. Thank you
God
for
bless you.
watching. God bless you
Thank
all.
you. Have a good one.